As famed dungeon master Leonard Cohen once said, when describing all the ways the party killed someone with beer magic, and brew by fire, brew by water, brew in the sunshine, brew in the nighttime, brew by higher deal, brew by common trial, brew in your very, very violent way, brewing by very slow decay, and brew. Yeah, it's a long one. Shall I say you're casting? Hey, welcome to Homebrew, the show where we avoid the crushing dullness of everyday life using our two favorite forms of escapism: alcohol, and Dungeons and Dragons. Except today, we said fuck the rules. We're playing our own game of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sure this has been done before. I'm sure we're not visionaries. But if your first time seeing this kind of thing that we're going to do tonight, give us all the credit. Right.
Oh, Ben, no, take the full credit, man. Take the full credit. Yeah. We Homebrew Quest first ones to do this. That's
We are visionaries in the field. No one has ever tried to not play by the book this much. So, hello, hi. A little bit of a reduced cast tonight. The others are not dead, and legally that's all I can say about it.
Well, one of them is.
Yes, but we're never going to tell you which one. You'd probably figure out when they don't turn up. Right. Speaking of turning up, thank you for watching live. If you are drinking along and you're in the sidebar, let us know what you have to hand, and the Arcane investigators can use it throughout the evening. But I will let you know what I am having. I'm starting with a West Coast to West Coast IPA by White Hag. Just something simple, and it's in a collaboration with Bagby. Bagby is quite a good name. Bagby's lesser known shitter wizard cousin. Or younger brother. His parents always talk about Bigby. Oh, Bagby here never gets the credit he deserves. Bagby. Paul, what are you drinking?
I am drinking. Oh. Which goes. I'm drinking Kraken and Coke.
Oh, nice.
So. Which will be an interesting, I guess. We haven't actually summoned the Kraken yet, have we? We did. We did with tentacles. It held the demon. But we'll see if I can do it again. Because I just remembered it as I said it. So
yeah. Used it to get the more demon and hold them in place for a little bit.
The Kraken obviously didn't help at all, but yeah, Kraken and Coke is what I got.
Nice.
Which goes, most of my rums are sadly in storage, so I'll be breaking them out.
Of all the episodes, and I'll keep chatting to you because I think we're still audible, me and you, Paul. I think Wes is inaudible, and that's fine. So Wes figures that's out. Of all the episodes, the Coke might be more effective.
That is true, actually. Yeah, I can. In this Arcane investigator thing, I can definitely be just like, oh, there was Coke found on him.
Yeah.
Fantasy Coke.
Fantasy Coke. Yeah.
I think I've fixed my audio, but we'll find out.
Ooh, Crusher and beer hugs. Nice. Secret beer hug definitely seems important. Keep that in mind, players. You have a secret beer hug in case you need to get into any secret beer clubs. But Crusher is definitely gonna pull him off the streets and interrogate the shit out of him. We know that's happening. Nice. Wes, I already know you are not drinking. You've got some plain water.
Yeah, we're hydrating. Very exciting people.
Look, as long as some of us have some brews and we all have a little adventure in our heart.
But I'll tell you what I will be drinking next time is wine, because I've discovered that gives me less of a hangover. And if you've got a Tesco Club card, some of them are like half off if anyone else is broke coming up to Christmas. Just a little drinking tip.
Get some of that half off wine. The next time will be Hook's Game Show.
Yeah.
Come on down. Right, let's fly through this housekeeping. we are, as always, and very thankfully, in partnership with Dakota Irish. And if you like to level up your gaming experience, you can head over to dakotairish.com and use the promo code HOOKYEAH! Check out to get 10% off the wares you buy. I think I mentioned this last time. If I haven't, I definitely should have, because they're exciting enough to mention all the time. But if you haven't seen them yet, they stock liquid dice. Like, it's not puddles. It's like, but like inside there's like a swirling like vortex core. Check it out. It is incredible. And if you need somewhere to roll those, they have dice trays, dice towers, handcrafted. They even have like little happies coming in now, which are very cool. Like half the length of half the size of a normal dice tray. So it's like a travel tray.
I thought they were like, I think you meant they were half dice. I'm like, that's no use to anyone. What a weird move. That makes much more sense.
1 to 10 on my D20.
Yeah.
Half dice is a good way to do disadvantage, like just chopping someone's dice in half.
Yeah. If it's on the half bit, it's like it's nothing. It's the core.
Yeah, exactly.
I've a fun bit of Dakota Irish trivia actually before we get into it. So if anyone's seen the guys up there, they've been at Comic-Con and they were at Spiel. Is it Spiel or Spittle? No, Spiel.
Spiel.
Yeah. All these conventions, they arrive and they have this huge, incredible setup. Looks like a cavern / tavern. It's incredible. And it turns out one of the ladies who just started and worked with me made it. She was talking to all of our starters about this project she did or whatever, and she was like, and it's like, it's got these shelves and these like fake lamps and all this kind of stuff. I was like, sorry, can you describe this project one more time? Because it sounds incredibly specific. I think I've been inside it. And yeah, it turns out she worked really closely with Luke from Dakota Irish and has to because it gets traveled all around the world, has to get touched up every so often. So she'd never played D&D before and now plays, which is great. But yeah, Ireland is the smallest country in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. But we have the biggest hearts.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dakota Irish, and amazing wares, next episode, or when we do the game show episode, which will be next episode, hopefully, we have dice to give away. So I think I have them here. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, exciting drum roll.
Do I have them here?
Well, Ben's looking for that. Can we all just appreciate the overlay that Ben made for our super special episode? I'm a big fan. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, nice. You can't really see them, but they're sort of like a light blue with bronze sort of detailing on them. I haven't opened the bag, so you even get fresh Dakota Irish air.
But he has copped on the outside of the plastic. So.
Exclusively, yeah.
Yeah, and licked it, and done terrible things.
It'll be coming from me, so I'll throw in a couple of our homebrew stickers that we have. Fuck, loads of them. 4 years. We got one box, and we just.
Yeah, I had to take my stickers off my laptop for work reasons, and I guess it's an endorsement. No, I mean, I'm not allowed to use them no more. The homebrew ones were really difficult to get off, so good to know that they will last. They won't come off even if you want them to.
You can stick them on
your enemies. Stick them on your enemies.
Yeah, play a game of Assassin. I'll send you 50 stickers to play it. So by all means,
throw them like Death Stars.
And finally, before we get into the game proper, Paul, any Heroes Out news? Anything coming up on Thursday we should know about?
I don't. I'm not entirely. We're still kind of choosing which episode to choose from in our backlog and stuff. But if you missed last week's one, it was on our first Spooktober episode of a rapid review of Event Horizon, my favorite movie.
I've never seen it.
Horror movie. Oh man,
it's surprising.
Yeah, it's my jam, and I've played most of Dead Space, which I hear rips off a lot of it.
It's a precursor to a lot of games and stuff like that people have grown to love. GTFO and Dead Space and stuff like that do take a lot of homages from it. So but it's up on VOD that you can you go over to Heroes House and take a look. But we'll be doing another episode which you'll see in our socials on Thursday at 8 p.m. UTC +1 time. So
yeah, that's about to change, isn't it? We're about to do the old lose the hour. Is that next weekend? Oh, man.
Yeah, so it should be next weekend, which I think which then it'll just be UTC.
I hate time zones, man.
Ever since I found out about UTC, it's so much better because it's It's just plus, whatever. Like, so,
Yeah, but
America's like,
still,
well,
it'd be so useful if it was like 200 hours here and America. Just their 200 hours is nighttime.
yeah, well, that is true. It would, if everybody was just like, yeah, it's 12 o'clock right now. It's 12 o'clock in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, I haven't thought it through entirely, but it would be easier for me in this exact moment.
Soon it will be Waterworld o'clock everywhere. So like, it won't really matter where you are. It won't be needing any clocks.
Can't escape the end of the world.
Sure can't. And on that note, let's go from one world potentially ending to another that definitely maybe is. So if we're all feeling good, if we're ready to play, anyone else have any other community news or anything to dive in? Yeah, I had a feeling we gave ourselves the space to do anything we need to do. But without further ado, I think I need a moment. Hold on. So, without further ado, grab yourself a drink, pull up a chair as we dive into a world where anything is possible, but not always probable. Welcome back. Sidebar, Snug, below the table, Wes, Paul, Keelan, and Lucy, if you're watching, or IP, to the realm of Hibernia. And we see rain hit against the window of a mid-level office in downtown Dunmore. At street level in this sprawling metropolis, these tight alleyways looming overbearing buildings block out most of the light above. And the whole city is built up from these grey slabs of stone. Once beautiful, originally shining white with flecks of gold, now grimy, scum-riddled, cast the streets into a glum, desaturated shadow. Any repairs done here have been done with dull limestone, creating pockmarks in the cracks, and the rocks erode and seep like an open wound. A carriage wheel splashes through a puddle, distorting its reflection, scattering the neon colors caused by a magical illusion across the street. In a city as grey as this, merchants will do anything to catch your attention. The bang of an eldritch blast echoes 2 streets over. Just another day in Dunmore. You pack people in tight enough, make it dangerous to leave, and pretty soon you'll have everyone at each other's throats. Throw money in the mix, and, well, that's just a powder keg waiting for a spark. You could set a whole campaign here without leaving the city walls. I wouldn't recommend it, though. It will destroy your voice. Back in that mid-level office, we hear from inside a frosty glassed office a voice say, "Cluedo, my office now." And Detective Cluedo, as you get up from your little desk in a sort of hall of desks, I need you to roll a d20.
Okay. I got an 11. 11 flat.
That's... I want you to take that 11 and kind of consider that your status walking into this room. So as you kind of reach for that door handle, what do we see from inside as the door creaks open? Of course, we get your silhouette first, but...
So as... yeah, I guess he's in kind of a brown, kind of, I guess, like a brown kind of coat. Underneath it, it seems like it's kind of like a mishmash of kind of leathers and stuff like that have kind of very worn. He's kind of a little bit hunched over as well. His beard is quite grey. His hair is quite well kept. His beard is very kind of wild. He's very kind of shifty looking around the place and stuff, very kind of observant. But yeah, kind of still looks. He has an air of kind of like, this guy is okay, but also there's like a weird kind of like, but he's fairly underlinging dangerous kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's kind of like an elderly man, elderly kind of old, retire or like past his prime detective.
Nice. And as you walk in, you see the chief commissioner. He taps a little tobacco stick on the table, sparks it up, and through his bushy mustache. And it's strange. elves shouldn't look old. They definitely shouldn't have mustaches. But this elf has seen some shit, and it has aged him beyond all compare. I think we'll call him Commissioner Bagby. That's I think we're going to take Bagby off the table straight away. So Commissioner Bagby motions, gestures the two seats there's two empty seats in front of a desk, and he just gestures one to you. Take a seat, Detective Doe.
Yeah, of course. And he's like, just walks over and just lowers him slowly into the chair. Just as he's 2 inches off, he just collapses.
Now, Detective, you've been on this force for, I'd like to say, like more than 70 years.
It feels that way.
So you've closed a lot of cases, a couple of open cases still in your file. And I hope you don't mind me saying, but listen, I just had the mayor on the phone, and he's been chewing out my ass over this dust case. So I need my best detective on it. And given that they've just retired, as is their right, I'm left with you.
Well, thanks, Chief. I should be fine with this. It will be grand.
You know about the dust case, I presume.
I do not remember what I had for breakfast.
Well, that's going to make giving you this news a little bit easier, knowing you'll probably forget it by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Detective Greenspot, my office now. What do we see as Greenspot is sitting diligently working, not diligently working? Like, it's about 10 a.m. in the morning. You've had your kind of full precinct briefing, but now you're back to, doing paperwork or whatever.
So I have my own desk, yeah?
You have your own side of a desk. Yeah.
Okay. Detective Greenspot is sat at his desk with 2 piles of slightly different shades of dirt, and he's pushing one around to the side. He's trying to see if there's one's different from the other, and like sniffs one, and he's like shaking his head. His ear flicks as a fly buzzes past him. Yeah, he's doing some hard detective work.
I fucking stuttered, Detective Doe. Did I not just shout for Greenspot?
When you say Greenspot again, he like spins around like as if a bomb just went off. He's like, yes, Chief, yes. Okay, I'll come in now. And then he pushes the 2 piles of dirt together and like dashes into the office as if like the floor is lava kind of thing. He's like, when he enters the room, it's kind of like he just got in from like there's a bear outside or something. He's like,
nice. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
What is the chief?
Turns out there is a bear in there. Saving throw. Boop.
You gonna throw the book at you? Are we getting the book reference already?
12.
12 is just enough. You see another one of your colleagues kind of walking past the commissioner's office with 2 cups of coffee, and you almost kind of like bump into him, but he managed to kind of whoa.
Sorry.
Like a greenhorn. And that's kind of you know that's sort of the nickname you've started to get. Anyone who thinks your name's Greenspot, they started calling you Greenhorn.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to explain what race I am? Because that's incredibly fitting.
Yes, please.
I'm playing a shifter whose beast influence is a goat with horns. So that's incredibly fitting.
Nice. What serendipitous moments we play and have across. Detective.
What's up, cheese? You got coffee on me.
And he finishes one cigarette and immediately lights up another one. Oh, Greenspot.
Hi.
Congratulations. You just met your new bestest, worstest friends. You two, you gotta team up.
I don't know what that means.
Your partners.
With the rookie, Chief.
I've doing this for a long time. I'm very experienced. She won't let you down, or Mr. Doe.
Whatever your differences, I'm sure a couple of adventures you can work them out, okay?
And we'll become the best of friends.
I extend my dirty like mucky hand out for a handshake. Okay, chief says we gotta do it, so we gotta do it.
Yeah.
Shake. Come on, shake.
Cluedo just shakes. Yeah, his bony hand just kind of reaches. It like hovers out.
There's a good boy. There's a good boy. I'm gonna try and put a treat in your mouth.
What the hell, whippersnapper? You sit down.
Okay. And then I eat the treat instead myself. Just picky, just trying to be nice.
Just this isn't in the scene or anything, but so can you say in your character's accent, I'm getting milk from the shop.
I'm getting milk for oh my god.
Okay, now Green Spot, can you say in your character's accent?
There's one there.
I'm getting milk from the shop.
I'm getting milk from the shop.
Okay, so canonically, this is what people in Dune More sound like, I guess. As well, they.
It's a Green Spot. Green Spot's from a small town outside.
Yeah, but just outside. Yeah.
Like literally just outside.
Literally, yeah, outside the castle walls. Because everyone from the village he comes from has such an annoying voice that they're not allowed into the main town. But it's still technically part of Dune More.
Yeah. I guess I should change up my voice to be a little bit more.
You don't have to. I
like
the fact that we all start sentences with a little like squeak.
For like Greenspot doesn't have an accent that would be like very common. Like he's in every aspect odd.
All right. Okay.
But he thinks your accent's super fucking weird.
It is. Even I think so, actually, because it keeps taking on your accent as well. It keeps getting more.
This always happens. One of us will copy the other.
The strongest accent always wins. Like when you learn about more than and less than, and it's a low crocodile.
I think this happened before when it was just us playing. Yeah. We started copying each other.
Commissioner Bagby goes, so though you're not familiar with the Dusk case, Green Spot, surely you're familiar with the Dusk case.
Am I?
Give me a perception or history, or even persuasion, just general conversations around the water cooler. You might have gotten some of this.
Yeah, go perception, but I think okay, we'll roll and see what happens. Actually, I suppose. Oh, it's a natural one.
Ooh, no one has told you anything about Dusk case. But it has been talked about. As I'm not drinking an alcoholic drink for my next one. I was in IKEA today. I came across Winter Saga. It's a Swedish festive drink. I don't know how. Maybe it's like Foster's in Australia. Maybe it actually is Swedish. I don't know. We've any Swedish?
Yeah, that's what we call the Christmas. Yeah. The Winter Saga?
I was about to say if we had any Swedish audiences. Well, we just lost them.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
They've gone now.
Or else they perked up their ears and like, oh, finally, a character we can relate to. A normal guy for once.
Well, they have normal accents over there in Ireland.
Well, they were pillaged by the Vikings. One of them had to sound right.
To give you a flavor profile of that, it's nice. It is festive. It kind of tastes like if you took root beer and then like diluted a bit of the flavor out of it and then added in something else.
When you say taste festive, like pine needle or pine tree? Not pine tree, fir tree.
I guess I'd describe it as, wow, they've hops flavoring in here. Good for them. They inverted their sugar syrup, apparently. I don't know. It's not piney. It's like festive in the same way mulled wine sort of has. Maybe it's like nutmeggy or cinnamony. Not cinnamony, but
yeah, cinnamony. I think.
Yeah, but this isn't like cinnamon is festive. Yeah. This isn't cinnamon. Anyway, it's nice. Just in case the two of you seem to have forgotten, a little recap on Dusk. So 10 days ago, found 2 orcs dead in an alleyway in the meat district. As you know, pretty suspicious to have orcs in a city with no orcs, especially since we've seen a lot more pirate ships outside recently, down by the cliffs. We had suspicions that they'd infiltrated the city, and this confirmed it. And that's when we picked up news of a horde, holed up down by the arcades. The plan was, and I'm sure I'm not telling you anything new here, run surveillance, figure out how they got in and what they were planning. The next morning, they were all found dead. 3 days since dusk, we find more bodies. Some poisoned, some hung, some straight up slit down the middle. Never any sign of struggle. Whoever this is, they're neat. You look confused.
Yes. I've only lost dogs and shoes, and this sounds like murder. Those were murders, I think, if that helps.
Yeah, we.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we get.
Yes, it is. Yes,
I'll,
it is. No, I can't. No, never mind. That's not this way.
Jameson nudges Cluedo.
You have a pick, though. You could come on over on my side if you want, or you can go that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's just gonna. Yeah, it's gonna morph out constantly. So these are murders. These are murders.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Try and hang on to that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not what we're trying to get you to investigate.
Jameson nudges Cluedo. I was like, write down that murders. Write it down. He said it's good.
Yeah, he looks at a pen and is like, yeah, I guess I will. Just write it down.
This is a good team up.
How soon are you to retirement again, though?
3 days.
Couldn't come sooner. Any chance you want to take a trip to the Feywild?
Since that witch I put away gave me that curse that I said I was going to be 3 days from retirement since I was 45. I'm stuck here, Chief.
Well, you got 2 jobs today. Try lift that curse, and try find out who keeps turning up. Now, I'm not one to complain. That orc is a good orc. Am I right, fellas? Yeah, we're not all good people in this city.
Not even good investigators in this city.
Apparently, yeah. Oh God, this is why you don't set whole campaigns here.
Do we have some kind of case file that we can get, Chief?
Absolutely. And he slides a little brown typical case file across, and it says Project Dusk or Case Dusk.
I was gonna say Project Dusk sounds way cooler.
Yeah, Project Dusk sounds like he's Dusk. My first year is Dusk in the city. Read up on it there. Anything you need to know will be in those files. As I said, I had my best guys on this, but they had to retire, so it's up to you. It's important, I suppose, that we think they slipped up. There's been another murder.
A murder?
So, after you're done reviewing the files, I need you to head down to Terry's Apothecary, investigate what happened, and see if you can link it to Dusk. And if you haven't already, by the sounds of it, and the scene's down there, I'd skip breakfast.
And start a retirement package.
Yeah, well, if you haven't done that already, have you not talked to HO? How long have you been?
No, I just started and I don't have any money, but it seems like that's a big thing here, so I should think about retirement packages.
Great spotlight. You even finished your onboarding, the training videos.
The video, yes, I did. Yes. Okay. Did you?
Yes.
Good. Then we both did, and we both know what was in them. And so we don't need to talk about it.
Make an insight check.
Inside.
While this is going on, I think Clue is just going through the case file.
Being useful. With the 10.
And he's been here long enough. He probably. It's like, what are the chances that the more senior team members haven't done their trick?
I've never wanted to succeed more in a row.
Surely they wouldn't pawn it off on interns or other. I mean, they're responsible people, senior leaderships and companies. They're definitely not dickheads. So that's yeah.
Why would your superior be incompetent? That's crazy.
Yeah. Right. What are you standing around for? Dusk ain't gonna catch himself.
Well, I'm sitting.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of more my point. Get the fuck out of my office.
We should go.
Oh yeah. He's like yeah. He passes the case, or Clue passes the case file to Greenspot and like kind of gets out of the chair slowly, and then races off.
Before we leave, I want to scoop the dirt I was looking at into a little bin that's got a label that says cold cases. I'm coming back to this.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to leave yet. It's up to you. Like, you guys are in the office. You got your case file, everything they've compiled on Dusk. You know where Terry's Apothecary is. Probably, you can grab a carriage there. You can even take one down in the garage. You can grab one
in the garage.
In the garage, you can grab one. Obviously, Doe, that like you always drive. Like, there's no way that like you have the keys to this carriage, and it's stick too. So like, what kind of rookie's gonna be able to drive this thing?
Is it like it's horse drawn, or how does it set up?
Yeah, it's horse, but you use a stick to get him.
Right. Yeah, to crank it to get it going.
Yeah, just to hit the horse.
All right, rookie. You get the normal stuff from lockup, and I'll look through this case file, which goes, and get the carriage. It's number 12. Number 12. That's, I think they'll tell you. Just ask for Doe's carriage.
Okay. So you want me to get the carriage, or you want me to get stuff from lockup, or is the carriage from lockup?
Go to the lockup. You'll get a bag full of equipment, and then go to carriage 12.
Okay, I can do that. I can handle it. I got it, partner. You got it. Okay, have a good time. I'll see you there. And then I go to lockup.
Nice. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh.
Actually, survival.
Survival, much better.
Survival.
How do you survive?
I shouldn't say lockup. I should say like the quartermaster or something.
I've already blended the genres enough. We're fine.
That is a 16 for my survival check.
I've also accidentally done the thing I was trying not to do, which is like, these are orc pirates, the same orc pirates in the campaign we're doing. The bad, like, these are bad people, but I've realized we're doing a police thing, and when I said or dead orcs a good orc, but I just
didn't like that one.
Character. Yeah, I didn't like it either. Just put on the shithead chief.
Yeah,
it was him who said it. Like,
I was planning on bringing up in the carriage, like, I think the chief is racist.
Yeah, no, it's the.
Well, he is an elf.
Yeah.
They're all like that.
Which I think is also racist.
Yeah. So I didn't feel good about it, but I'm blaming it on the horrible chief. So that's fine. We've all made amendments and atoned for our sins. So what was your survival?
16.
16. Yeah, you're fine. It was to see if you could find your way to the lockup. It's a difficult building, a couple of floors, but you make your way down there, and there is a dwarf behind a sort of metal grate. Greenhorn.
Do I know his name?
Yeah, you can look at his badge.
Yeah, I'll look at his badge.
Yeah, this is who. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I've got beers. I didn't want to use Crusher. I was like, Crusher. No, that's a.
That's a waste of a cool name.
Yeah. But this black IPA by Wicklow Wolf is called Serious?
Ooh, Serious.
Detective Serious.
Still feels wasted for the guy who works lockup, but yeah, that'll work.
I mean, we could call him West Coast.
Gorak Broadback.
Gorak Broadback. Sure. Gorak. I'm not going to remember this because it's not a brew, and but I also don't remember.
That's the only way you can commit things to memory. You have to drink things to remember them.
Gorak Borgak. That we said.
Broadback. Gorback, Bordak, Dordak. Was that it?
No,
Broadback. Gorgak.
It's not an IPA. I can't even process the words.
What is this stupid name? What is this? Dwarven?
One of my other like NPC name lists that I have.
Yeah. So Broadback.
Yeah.
Detective Broadback.
Hey, Broadback. I'm here for the bag. I would like a bag, please, for me and my new friend Cluedo, Detective Cluedo. So it's normal for me to have that because Cluedo told me to. How are you?
Check. This is gonna be really, really hard for because I feel like Green Spot is gonna always seem like he's not meant to be in the place that he's meant to be at.
You've hit the net. That's exactly him as a person.
Such a suspicious person already.
That's a 10 for performance.
10
or persuasion.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, same modifier.
He doesn't respond. He grabs a bag from just a general locker. It's not necessarily like the full kit that you'd normally get. It has some chalk, It has a couple of detect magic scrolls too, and what else would that's probably it. That's probably all you get. And actually, no, it does have 2 wands with magic missile in there, but holsters too.
Cool. Wands, magic missile.
Cool.
There you go, greenhorn.
Thank you, Broadback. Most helpful and astute as audience. Where are the carriages? If I could ask you that, please.
Go down in the garages.
In the garages. Makes sense. Good.
I'll be checking that when you bring it back. Make sure nothing's missing. No charges gone. No chalk used.
Oh, then what?
Exactly where they left.
Why? How do I recharge the wands if I were to do that?
How about you ask your friend who dough? And you can tell by the way he's putting dough on it. He means it as like an insult, like an intelligence thing. He's not just saying his name. He really is Cluedo.
Okay, that's no problem. I'll go get the horse and definitely won't cast any spells. You've got it. Broadback. Bye. And I leave the room and start walking towards the horse, and I'm already like kind of not casting from the wands, but I'm just kind of like making sounds like it's a magic missile. Oh, you walk talking to me? It's a magic missile. Okay.
What's your passive perception?
Oh, passive is 15.
Yeah, you definitely hear him say "fucking idiot" as you walk out.
I like do that turn where you're like kind of sideways and it's just one eye looking. Is like my hand like tingles over the wand. Is like, no, where's it, punk? And then I walk on to the carriages.
Thankfully, his passive perception is quite low, so he can pick that up.
Well, yeah,
you make your way down to the carriages. There is a carriage in space number 12. Doe, this is your carriage. There's been any, by all means, you're allowed to make some modifications to it over the. You shouldn't, but like you've been a detective long enough that you can kind of use your own personal carriage. What are we looking at? How does Cluedo know this is, or sorry, how does Greenspot know this is yours when he comes up to approach it?
It has a massive 12 on it, and it looks like it's like red stripes. It looks like the Starsky and Hutch car, but in carriage form. Which is, and even the horses are like red. They're like dyed red, and just to add to the aesthetic. And then they just have one there's like a massive horn just like on the top of it as well. That doesn't seem to be in any way standard as well.
Like a vote for Mayor Goldie kind of thing.
The siren things that the detectives put in the top of their.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those, but it's also got a massive blower,
nice
speaker thing.
Yeah. And you meet down there, so you're good to go. Is there anything you can go hit straight to Terry's apothecary? But if there's anywhere you want to be in the meantime, you have like sources on the street. You have like people you know. Narratively, I'm opening it up that you can take control of that as you wish. But otherwise, we can just like straight to the crime scene.
You go ahead.
I think Cluedo while he was looking through it, he's probably looking through any witness lists or anyone who may have overheard anything during the time of specifically the two orcs near the apothecary, I guess.
Yes, the orcs near the apothecary. There's Terry, who owns the apothecary. He's definitely
apothecary.
Apothecary. That's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. You're saying the word I'm saying. What are you saying?
I'm saying what you're saying.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Terry's apothecary.
It's apothecary.
Yeah. So there's Terry. Terry's there. In terms of other beer names, let's take Wintersaga.
Yeah.
Wintersaga was also... Wintersaga runs the cloak laundrette across the road. Might have heard something.
If he's on the report, he definitely heard something, right?
Well, you haven't actually this is all you're about to investigate Terry's apothecary,
okay.
so there's no report in it, but previous reports. So I'm going to take it from some of the orcs you found nearby.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess we'll go to the laundrette, and then we'll go to the apothecary.
There's also one more. I'm going to take from the hops ingredients on West Coast IPA. Let's say Columbus. And one more thing.
He sounds like he should be taking over the case.
Yeah, he's Columbus is actually the retired detective who was on the case. Would also know a lot of information. But he's retired. He's retired. He's kicking back with his kids and his partner.
Do we know his address? Is it on the case file, or is he?
Yeah, you just know it from you were at his retirement party yesterday.
I think we should maybe ask Columbus if he knows anything as a citizen, not as a detective, because he's retired, which I've learned is very important.
It does seem like everybody's retiring in there.
I didn't know what it was. I thought you just did work till you died, and that seems to be a thing that in between you get to stop for a little bit, which would be nice.
But I don't know. I have never retired.
It sounds like it's a goal of yours, though. You're pretty close, right?
3 days. 3 days.
Okay. Well, what do you want to go for a party when that happens?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, party with bros. We can do that because we're partners and we party. That's what partners is long for, is party. Adventuring party of 2. Let's go.
With your passive perception, you notice that there is a sort of pale spot on Pluto's wrist. There's a significant lack of retirement watch there, but you can tell he really wants one.
Yeah.
It's like a little groove waiting for a watch.
Just waiting for it. So where are you going? Columbus's house?
Yeah, let's swing by and see if he's got any information.
Yes. How are you getting? You just going out? How fast are you bucking it through the city streets?
I don't think we're going. Well, you're driving actually.
I think as he leaves the garage, he's very restrained and stuff like that. But the second he turns the corner away from the station, he just absolutely goes for it. And it turns on the siren.
Nice. You start blaring through the city, red and white dancing lights above your carriage going as the siren goes off. The siren. Give me a dexterity check or animal handling.
Ben, did you turn the lights in your room when that happened?
Yes.
Okay, incredible. That's incredible stage work. Well done.
What do you want, animal handling or
dexterity? What did I say? Animal handling is clearly the actual check, so let's go with the one that's right.
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay, so I need you to roll me a d6.
Okay. I got a 2.
2. All right. Wes, name one thing you could crash into.
2 guys walking a giant sheet of glass across the road.
Nice. Straight through. Paul, name another thing, and it has to be better than
that. Which goes, a stall of vegetables and chickens.
Yeah. As you mill yourself through the city, and if the mayor was watching, 2 more things on her sheet of things to complain about the chief about, because collateral damage. You know what? I didn't think about this until right now, but let's add a collateral damage meter to the game. If it hits 10, let's say something. We'll figure that out. 10's quite big. Let's just say 5. 5 collateral damages.
Well, did we get 1 or 2 there?
Yeah.
You got 1.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 collateral damage.
We're not even entirely sure that the glass thing wasn't just 2 guys miming, so we can't say for certain.
Yeah, they're minor illusion just and reformed.
Oh, my magic!
Oh no! I'll have to wait 6 seconds to cast that again. That's 6 seconds I'll never get back in my life. you make your way to Columbus's house, kind of out in this suburbs, if there is such a thing, in a walled-in, grey sky, skyscraper-esque city. But it gets a little bit lighter, closer to the city walls, closer almost to where you're from. Green spot. There's these nice. They've tried to make like grassy hills here, and it just hasn't really. It's like a stone quarry with a couple of like painted green stones. It's not great, but Columbus is out sitting in the yard with a little pitcher's mitt on, and he's throwing a ball to what looks like a kid.
It looks like a kid.
Could be a halfling. You don't know yet. You're not that close.
It might be his very petite grandfather.
Yeah. But he's just throwing a ball to this kid, and the kid's throwing it back.
What is that? What is that? Is he being attacked? Should we help him? Someone's throwing something at him over and over again.
No, they're he's playing catch with his friend.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
The pause and the quotations there make it sound like you think they might be in love.
Perception. I got a 24.
Yeah, it's Mrs. Columbus. She's a halfling.
So they are in love. Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to
they were,
relationship. Yeah,
they were.
They're making up for lost time.
Cluedo has solved the case of who that person is.
Put it in the file. Put right in the file. So we got murders, and he's married. So that's like a whole 2 lines more. Is there a word count, or do we just keep going until everything stops?
I think what we're meant to do is when we write in this book, it's meant to be something important towards the case, not just the people we see.
Okay. Well, we'll check with the chief when we get back, just in case.
He just hands the pen and paper over to Greenstone and goes, take your own notes.
Oh yeah, I got that. Sure, no problem. Okay.
And starts writing like quite a lot about the two people throwing the ball back and forth.
They seem to be in love from a long
at least making up for lost time.
the shorter one through with the backspin that only can be incurred after 10 to 20 years of loving marriage.
Yeah, you pull up outside, and he looks over and goes, "Oh, well, Detective Doe. You're the new one, Greenhorn, yeah.
Yeah.
What brings you around? Did I leave my jacket?
Criminal, Cluedo just runs over and grabs him. It's just like, what do you know about the Dust case?
Whoa. Okay, no, hold on. No, buddy, no.
I'm going to try and pull Cluedo back off him.
It's very easy. He is very weak.
Wow, you are.
Go, Cluedo. It's look, it's grand. Don't be. What's the problem, lads?
Okay.
Sorry, this is my wife. You would have met her at many staff functions, and you know each other. Well, you mightn't actually know Greenhorn over here. Greenhorn's new.
I've never seen her in my life.
Yeah, she's a little halfling lady. She's in full sporting attire. She's a full kit kind of person, which goes out and throws a ball. Like
baseman as well, like the behind the home place.
Yeah.
How bad is he at playing catch?
Quite. He hasn't had a lot of practice. He's been too tied to his desk, so he's learning how to throw. Well, lads, what do you know about Dusk? Well, everything I know is in the file they would have given you, I suppose. Did you get put on that case?
I'm going to roll an insight check.
Yeah, sure.
I really like your pictures outfit, madam. It's very becoming.
I got 13.
13. In your years being a detective, it's not everything he knows about Dusk, but it's what he thinks is the most pertinent information. Anything else would have been hearsay or hunches, sort of not worth investigating any further than, it could be a coincidence. Maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not. As well, anything I would have known. And also, lads, if you don't mind, I'm so sorry. Love, I swore things would be different when I left, but seems work follows me everywhere.
Cluedo's gonna be like, "I'll get to you later," and like points to his wife.
He means to catch up socially outside of the investigation. He's learning social skills. Sir, if was there anything you think might have not been relevant to the documentation, but would be useful to a fellow police officer, perhaps, if that is to your understanding? I have a bag with wands, if that is of any temptation.
They're not for trading.
Well, let's hear what he says.
Well, listen, Greenhorn, since you're new, I suppose I'll give you a little bit parting advice. You know, it wouldn't be much use for anything these days except for, well, you know, passing on what I know to the next generation of Arcane detective. And I suppose I'd say this dust case, well, I think there's something bigger going on. We haven't been able to find... It's bizarre. There shouldn't be orc pirates in the city in the first place, which means they must be getting up from the cliffs. And if they're getting up from the cliffs, there must be a reason they're coming into the city. I think that's what Dusk's after. Whatever the orcs are trying to do, he's stopping them before they can do it. Trying to get one step ahead of them, maybe. I don't know. Can't get inside the mind of a madman. Get lost there.
I mean, I figured this would have got in the report, but do you know what he looks like by any chance? That would be enormously helpful.
Well, here's my first piece of advice. Followed quickly, but the first one was the one I just gave. Followed the second. I don't know if Dusk is a he. If I said he before, that's my own bias. I'm a different generation. I'm old.
We're all dealing with our own internal biases. It's a never-ending struggle. I understand. It's difficult.
Start drawing, like amending the drawing I have in the notes. Just draw 2 circles under the arms of the stick man I've drawn and a question mark beside it.
Well, if that's all detectives, I'd like to get back to catching up with my wife.
I'm watching you, and then he puts out his hand, like really friendly, like.
How enjoying your retirement? We're watching you enjoying your retirement, and it is heartwarming.
Well, maybe one day you'll find love. Maybe one day you'll retire from this job. You get to spend time with the one you love before they... And you...
Oh my god.
But it's not this detective. The halfling. Whole thing. Oh, Mrs. Columbus, because he doesn't know her first name. They've just not catching up. Mrs. Columbus, no.
Did she just make the tea and they're in love?
And he runs over and goes, call a cleric, someone, please, call a cleric. Not like this. No, not like this. I was one day after retirement.
I want to rush over and see if I can figure out what's happening to her.
Yeah, she's it's hard to say, but she's not breathing, and she's clutching her chest.
Okay.
You make checks if you want to find out more.
I would love to make a medicine check.
Yeah, do that.
No, rolls are bad. That's a 10. She's already dead, isn't she?
Maybe something caught in her throat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fish into her mouth with my mucky hand.
Oh, no.
Okay. And these are hoof hands, or like what are your?
No, they're regular, like 5-digit.
Somehow gross.
Yeah, it's actually worse. You expect hooves to be dirty. Oh yeah, I'll give them like a quick mop, like wipe on my chest, but they're still definitely not clean. It looks like I've been like, picking potatoes or something. It's that kind of like ingrained dirt.
Yeah, under the nails.
It's mostly under the nails, yeah. Which is what I'm using to try and fish out.
Sleight of hand.
Ooh. Sorry, Miss Halfling.
Probably taking the sleight of hand.
13.
13? Yeah, that's enough. She's chugging on chewing gum. She was just chewing a little bubble gum, and you managed to and get it out of her. But she spits it out of her mouth, but it immediately sticks to the mask in front of her face. So it's kind of it's like she takes it off and goes, "Oh, well, thanks for saving my life."
There's no problem. Are you going to finish that, or are you coming back to it later on?
All yours, all yours. It's the least I could do. Take it as a payment.
Oh, I was gonna take it. Okay, yeah.
And I put it in my pocket.
All right. Yeah. You take some gross bubblegum.
We could plant it at the scene of the crime and just get this all over with.
We just needed a patsy.
What do you guys would like to do? It's kind of noonish at the moment.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and try to stay clear of bubblegum. Will be out of your hair. Come on, partner. We should go down to the apothecary.
Bye. And they start heading inside.
Goodbye.
Oh, and one more thing. Never fucking come to my house again.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of fair. I understand.
Case fucking closed. He closes the door.
I
write on my notes, case closed, and underline it. I nudge Cluedo and be like,
so does that mean we can go back or no? But I think no. Your body language tells me no. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I'll cross that out. We'll go. We'll keep going. Okay. Sir. Okay. Yeah, we'll put some arrows in.
And don't forget, when you're interrogating someone, be aggressive as possible. But it doesn't matter if they're friends or anyone. Just when you're interrogating someone, be as aggressive as possible.
I feel like that
for 30 years. I was the best man at his wedding, I think.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. I feel like he might have been more cooperative if you weren't quite so mad, though.
Yep. Everybody lies.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. That seems really, really important.
You have this conversation as you get back in the carriage and start making your way back into the city. You pull in, grab yourself some coffees, get yourself some snacks. You pull up to the kind of window. It's one of these kind of drive-through places, and they're looking at the cup and they go, "Well, this is for a good cup, and this is for a bad cup," and they hand them out to Doe and Greenspot. Accordingly, you get some little fried dough goods, and away you go back into the city. Anything you'd like to do?
As we're driving around, what's the general racial population of the place? Like, are there like different neighborhoods or anything like that? Like, would half orcs even be a thing in this city?
Not really. It's still Hibernia, which foolishly 4 years ago I was like, oh, let's make all the monster races, monsters and enemies, and which you took on board and made Arlington, and then immediately I was like, oh shit, we have a bugbear in the party, and I had to. But doing more of all the places in Hibernia is very much we built up walls. Humans predominantly came here. There's not even that many halflings. Sorry, there's not even that many half elves. There's a couple of halflings. There is some elves, but there's not a lot of it's sort of your halfling, elf, dwarf, human population. You might come across a tabaxi or two. There might be a passing Aarakocra or Dragonborn, but that's kind of the 90% human.
Okay. I guess we just head straight to the apothecary and see what we can glean from the scene. Go for some good old scene gleaning.
Yeah, you pull up, and your carriage pulls up outside a unassuming sort of store front. A couple of city guards are standing outside. And there's a little bit of tape around it itself. Kind of the general hubble bubble of a crowd. No one really kind of looking in. You see a couple of journalists there just kind of trying to get quotes from anyone who passes. One of them comes up to you and goes, "It's Detective Doe." "Oh, is that something?" Detective Doe, Detective Co. A moment of your time, please, if you don't mind. It's the Doom More media here. Media More.
Cluedo is going to try stealth away into the crowd.
Give me a stealth check.
Assassin's Creed in front of them, and it's hopefully.
So, what is it? Stealth?
Yeah, stealth. Yeah.
I got a 6.
Low rolls this evening.
Detective Doe, even though your collar's up, I still know it's you. If you wouldn't mind, just a moment of time. What happened at Terry's apothecary?
We're getting further away from it every time.
What is it? A Pukatat?
Pukatata?
I think he's going to. Yeah, I think he's going to just continue on with his tried and true way of interrogating people, and he's just going to walk up to him, grab him by the collar, and go, "I have no idea."
Perfect. That's all I need. Arcane detectives, no idea what's going on.
I just arrived here. I'm going to find out now.
All right. They've just arrived at the scene. Shouldn't you? I mean, it's not. Shouldn't you have been here hours ago? Like these guys have been. Where have you been?
We've been investigating alternative leads because the fine officers here had things under control, and we were pursuing ulterior methods as newly appointed partners in the crime. Thank you so much for your time. All of you are the real heroes.
Wes, not related to the game. Question: are you that cop in Police Academy?
It wasn't initially, but unfortunately, this character seemingly is
Goldthwait?
heavily inspired by Bobcat Goldthwait. Unfortunately, yes. I kind of realized that's where the voice was going initially, but didn't make the Police Academy connection. I was purely thinking of him as the stand-up, and yeah, it's unfortunate, because the sound effects cop would have been too hard to do and maintain. It would have been oh my god, mental note to self to make a Kenku that's just the sound effect cop.
Yeah.
I'm furious I didn't think of that. Okay, no, but I am Bobcat.
Go. Just check.
But I'm Bob Goat Goldthwait. Bobcat Goatthwait. Leave it with me.
Does that mean that I'm like Tackleberry? If we were using a Police Academy thing,
no, because Tackleberry's huge. You're frail as shit.
No, that's Hightower.
Oh yeah, you are Tackleberry. Yeah.
Tackleberry's the guy who just loves his guns.
Yes, that is absolutely who you are.
That's fair. You a couple of the city guard kind of raise up the crime scene tape for you to walk under, and you make your way into the storefront shopper. It's a potion store. It's a magic store. It kind of sells raw ingredients for potions, some pre-mixed potions themselves. There's the first thing you pass by is a counter near the door that you obviously pay for stuff at, and then there's rows of shelves with a mix of ingredients. And there's a few more kind of just like taking notes, looking around a few more city guards, that is, looking around the shop. But they lead you into a back room. You don't need to make any sort of checks for this. You're detectives. You immediately kind of take in this room. It's sort of a secret room. You realize it's like they kind of push back a shelf. This doesn't seem like part of the store, but more where they might hold sort of illicit events of some kind. In which case, they were doing a gaming night back here. Yeah, but a cool criminal one. Like a cool one. Like a real cool thing that criminals do. Like,
roll the dice. I got snake eyes. I attack him with my rapier.
And you immediately pick up on brewing magic apparatus smashed and broken around the floors and walls. There's this faint lingering smell of like potion vapor. And it mixes with the iron tang of blood. And in the middle, you see a makeshift table with sort of scattered game set on top. Yeah, they got pretty cool terrains and like you can tell this really sprung out. Like the minis knocked out and all that kind of stuff. And around the table you see 4 chairs, 3 bodies, and one of those bodies is slumped half across the table. It's a huge, imposing form of a 9-foot, bald and bearded orc. He is mostly topless. He seems to have this sort of like big coal-like beaded necklace around. There's a giant sort of 2-handed, but this orc could wield it with one sword. Like you could ride a bicycle along the width of this blade. It's that big. It seems to have these sort of like flames near the tip, and a round circular sort of base. You see scars raked across his body. He sort of has this white grizzle. He's old. He's definitely seen some sea air. And towards the bottom, he's wearing kind of thick leather sort of breeches. They're lined with wolves' fur. 2 knee plates seem to be carved from the skulls of a goblin. I don't know if you'd immediately recognize this person, but it doesn't take an absolute genius to sort of recognize a pirate king when you come across one. So this definitely seems like one of the 5 pirate kings of Hibernia. You're not sure which one. But if you want to make checks and stuff, I don't know if any of you think character-wise you might know.
I'm gonna ask one of the police officers at the scene. Like,
we have a name for the perp and an ID on the body.
Oh, officer? Yeah. Officer Seamus Hannity here. So we're thinking.
I'm Greenhorn, Officer Greenspot. Excuse me. Yes.
Officer, are you not a detective?
Detective kid.
That's what did I? Okay, yes, that one that my partner, who is correct in this one. Absolutely, yes. So now you speak words because I have finished.
Well, we're very happy to have you here, detectives. We're hoping you might be able to tell us what happened. Leading theory at the moment on this is that this poor victim is a man by the name of Brewdog. We think he might have been the captain of the Desperado. You know the Desperado?
I'm writing this down. Isn't that one of the Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I roll like a history check to see if I remember what the Desperado is?
Yeah. You might have picked it up in the newspaper. You might have reporting on pirate news. You might have picked up on pirate radio.
Pirate radio, the best kind of radio. Let's see.
Sure, here's another sea shanty over on pirate radio.
15.
15. With a 15, it does ring a bell. It wasn't in the newspaper. It wasn't reported on in media more. But about like a month ago, maybe a little less, around near the Kilmay Straits between Inish Bay and Drake, that sort of shipping path. You heard of a ship being ransacked and sunk. You're almost certain it was the Desperado. And that you would have thought Brewdog would be on that and dead, but the fact that he's here means, well, maybe the ship sank and the captain got away, or the captain wasn't even on the ship in the first place.
Okay. Yeah, it was related to those. We got reports about some kind of disturbances with the Desperado in the Straits, and I think
you're not sure that wasn't the. I heard it was the Little Ricky. Is the Little Ricky the one that's kind of made of bones, or maybe it's the flat barge one? No, you know what? Probably right, detective. Probably was the Desperado that sunk.
I wonder what a captain is doing here. And then he grabs the body, just like, what are you doing here? And then
let him work. Stand back. Let him work.
I'm gonna check for. So we can't see any discernible actual just in your description. Did we see any wounds, actual causes of death specifically to the captain?
And here is where we get to sort of the crux of the game. So I don't know what the other 2 bodies look like yet, because you guys do. They're the 2 criminals I asked you to just kind of come up with an appearance for. That's who you will be playing as we all roll for initiative. As Detective Doe tries to piece together, we see get kind of glimpse into his mind of well, if he fell here, and this is where the scars are, and this is where it seems like an explosion went off, and if the bottles have fallen here, then this must have happened. And then as we sort of go back into a scene where 4 people are sitting around a gaming table, pushing figures, throwing cards down, raising, folding, throwing dice on a roulette thing. It's a very complicated game. A little mouse trap comes down on top of a little mouse. It's real tricky. They're trading wheat for sheep. Who knows what's going on with this game and table? But the rules are complicated and therefore always changing.
Settlers of Mousetrap. Yes, I've heard of the game.
If I saw a book in any kind of bookshop and it had a cool fantasy cover and it was called Settlers of Mousetrap, I'd have to at least read the back.
Yeah, you would.
And if it was just as in this is the mashup of those 2 games, I'm like, yeah, but how does that work? I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Yeah, okay. You build, instead of building roads specifically, you build a mousetrap.
Yeah.
Trading in car. I don't know. Let's not make up a board game right now. I got 17 on my initiative.
Nice. Wes, what did you end up getting?
Sorry, did you say just a regular D20 for this? Yeah.
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 Or your initiative. You can add your character's initiative.
My regular old.
Yeah.
In that case, I got a 19.
19. Nice.
This is the weird thing. I have a knife of alarming. I don't think this works in this case.
Oh, does that give you like advantage on?
It gives me advantage on initiative, but it's only for combat, so I'm happy with the 17.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You start trying to figure out what was happening here in this room, and you know one of the first things was that across the table, whoever was sitting across the table, Brewdog seemed to have pushed his chair back and leaped up and tried to kind of tackle him to the ground. So there's been a skirmish as a pirate seemed to have like made the first move on whoever that person was. And it seems like the other two sprung into action almost immediately. So Wes, who do we see as the other criminal at the table that you've brought? And I'm going to take rigorous fucking notes.
Across the table, we see a almost like faded brown, like tan-skinned goblin with 2 eye patches, one across each eye, and he's got like very sharp.
Just double check. Not the pirate, the criminal.
Yeah.
This is your criminal?
He's just also missing his eyes.
Okay, good. Just double checking. I heard the eye patches. I was like,
no.
Pirates later. Yeah.
Just a shifty guy. They don't have a patent on eye patches. Although I realize
that's on me.
He's got the 2 eye patches across. He's got like fairly sharp teeth, but he's missing like a good few as well. He is, in contrast to the orc, wrapped up in like quite a few layers of clothes. He's got like a little scarf around his neck and like maybe a couple of t-shirts and like a leather duster and like lots of pockets full of contraband. And he is carrying like several daggers strapped to different parts of him.
Nice.
Yeah. No shoes. Not wearing any shoes.
Gotcha. So it's your turn. Brewdog seems to be grappling with, and we're not getting the full picture here because we're seeing it through Detective Doe and Detective Greenspot's kind of mind, but grappling with something. What would you like to do? You can also decide if like your guy doesn't like Brewdog or does like Brew. You can decide what side you're on.
I think they've deduced that what happened was there was a disagreement of some sort, and the goblin made the first move, and he threw a snake at Brewdog, at his face, and then it kind of wrapped itself around his neck, and Brewdog was trying to like pull it off. Maybe we found some like snake scales or sheddings or something nearby, which lead us to believe that there was a snake involved.
Interestingly, you found some sticks nearby, and you know the classic spell, sticks to snakes. So they must have used sticks to snakes.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. They were reduced to mere sticks after the encounter.
Yes, yeah. Give me an attack roll.
Attack roll? With what?
D20 plus 4.
D20 plus 4. Okay. That's going to be a 13.
13. It doesn't. So you, as this unfolds in your mind, you realize that a snake was thrown at Brewdog. So Brewdog leaps across the table. Just to clarify a couple things, he's leaping across at someone we don't know exists yet, and you from the left or the right hand side threw a snake at him as he leaped. He managed to miss that. But Paul, what's your criminal look like? And then at the very end, add a snake to their face.
Oh, okay. Lovely. I was going to say that he has, he has a like a red fedora, long kind of like very colorful robes, which goes, and he seems like more of a higher kind of, I guess, more. Is there a gentleman criminal?
Gotcha.
With a snake to his face now.
They don't need to have names, but
Adrian Strom.
Adrian Strom. Nice. So a fancy criminal. Nice.
That's a good name.
I need you both to roll a d6, please.
Ooh.
As this snake fires across the table onto Adrian Strom's face, the goblin seems to skitter back a little bit and knock over a bookshelf of something, and these seem to fall down on top as Brewdog and this mysterious shape seem to be battling it out.
I got a 3 for the D6 roll.
I got a 1.
You got a 1 and a 3. We cut back to the crime scene, and you're Detective Doe, you're looking over Adrian Strom. You've managed to identify this victim. But something odd, like last time you heard description of the gentleman criminal, you're almost certain his hands weren't where his knees were and his knees weren't where his hands were. So something happened in this room where his hands and knees swapped places. And you go over to this other victim, Detective Greenspot, and as you get closer, you're kind of smelling. It's like baked goods or something. Like, man, this corpse smells like cinnamon rolls. What's that about? And you see it's tanned goblin. They're wearing all these t-shirts. Some of them are a little bit torn now, but it's something strangely. We'll have to wait till the autopsy. But as we cut back to the battle, we see Brewdog and Dusk battling it out. There seem to be.
Wait, sorry. So this guy smells suspicious. Can I search him?
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Because we hear like this guy smells suspicious. I guess we have to wait till the autopsy.
Yeah.
That is going to be an 8.
8. How do you want to search him?
Well, he smells like food, so I'm gonna chew on his coat a little bit and see if I can get a like. Is that cinnamon? No, I think it's.
But as you get it's like his skin's like all crusty, like goblin-like. But as you kind of chew on his clothes, it's his skin that smells.
Give the back of his neck a lick.
Yeah, you get the undistinguishable feeling. Like it's like you instantly know it. Like, and as you come to this conclusion and write it down, you realize what's happening in the room is as this bookcase of potions falls down and this potion vapor seems to set off around the place, the goblin kind of breathes something in, and it's like, oh wow, baked goods. And then he looks at his hands and his eyes and his heart and his kidneys, and there's a lovely smell of baked dough in the air because all of his organs are now just baked dough. And he just and falls on the ground. Dead, seemingly transformed into some sort of delicious treat.
Cause of death, baked alive.
It sure is.
Good work, rookie.
You're still alive, Adrian, but your hands on your knees and your knees in your hands. As we get to the top of the round, and it seems like Brewdog and the Shadow. You're looking through the room. It's almost impossible. They were fighting on one side, but they have to have been fighting on the other side too. There's like a huge skirmish going off here. There's a little bit of blood spattered against it. That could belong to Dusk. That could be your first bit of DNA. But there's also clearly like not a pursuit. It's like they're going like toe to toe. This giant sword. You can see these scrape marks along the ground. You can see almost like it's embedded in the table at one point, and that seems to be where Brewdog themselves have lost a lot of blood. And it goes back to Adrian's turn. Adrian, we didn't really get a lot of action on your behalf. So why don't you tell me what you do? It seems to be Dusk is in like two places at once. This sort of like whoever this is, they seem to be able to move through the shadows. And Brewdog, as you're looking over the body, it's like something happened here, and it might have been because of this third body, the Adrian Strom. Something Adrian did. I think the end of this battle.
I think Adrian is going to try like as a gentleman kind of thing. I think he's going to try do like a spell. What is this? I'm going to try and. I think he's going to try do an area effect spell.
Nice.
Kind of attack both of them at the same time. I don't know what.
Like a blade stone kind of thing. Or something. Oh, kind of frost. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Nice. Give me. There's a dexterity save on their side, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
If we say it'd probably be about what 11
damage.
No, 11.
Oh yeah, to make it
11 to make.
Yeah, I can tell from the dice. One of them definitely made it, one of them didn't. As this blast of cold, yeah, and you can see it in the room. There's this kind of like icicles hanging down, this sort of wet like corner, and even like the kind of afterburn of a shape against the wall where the ice blasted and there's still like the reflection there. It's pretty big. You're almost certain that Brewdog got hit with the blunt front of this. But then again, there's also this kind of like a tall shape. It's like as if they were leaping out. We catch just the cloak of them, and they seem to be about like 5-6 foot tall. Wherever this dust character is. I need you to roll a d6 again.
I got a 3.
Oh, so
roll. Yeah, both of you. Because we've already had 3, and we know that that's baked goods.
2.
Oh, it's good.
2, nice. You're looking at Adrian Strom, and like there's like these little pinpricks of pink on his skin, and you're kind of trying to determine cause of death or what might have happened. And the only conclusion you can come to, especially with the amount of years under your belt as a detective, is that, well, it looks like this man had every cell in his body gain sentience. They all seem to have exploded under the existential dread. That's the only explanation you can give for why this man's dead here.
Cause of death? Too much Douglas Adams books. You hate to see it.
Let's take a little break on that. Nice. Always end on a good one. That's kind of all the information you can get here. We'll come back here and we'll do a little bit more sleuthing, but after the break. But for the time being, let's take a little 15-minute, or might be less actually. I'd say there's only the 3 of us here, so I'd say we'll be back in shorter than that. So don't trust the timer, trust your heart.
I'm really craving some baked goods now, so I might go down and see if there's any in the kitchen.
Oh, that's a good point. I might bring up some scones. Nice.
I've got some goblin that's been fermenting down there. I'll see if I get any. Yeah, some baked goblin kidneys.
A goblin died. People have some like.
No.
Goblin him up. Num, num, num.
He didn't died. He doed, which is the past delicious sense. Ah, okay. All right. There's a lot here we can play with in part 2. Okay.
Yeah, the energy isn't that low that we can't have a little bit of fun. Let's come back in part 2. Wes, take us out of here on your own time.
Okay. We're going to go to a logo in a second, but before we do, I want you to think that we're turning this apothecary into a bakery. So let's all consider that it could be an apothecary. Okay, think about it over the break. Okay, bye. We'll see you in 10 minutes. I think that worked.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh no, he's broken. Reset. Did you reset him over the break, or did you just let him keep going?
That definitely. We're back on one of that says. Hey, I love you.
Give him a hard reset.
Sometimes they think their eyes are their mouth, and their mouth is their eyes. Oh my god.
Burby is the devil. Burby is the devil.
Jesus, that is terrifying.
What was? I didn't.
No,
hear it?
What are you talking about?
Just me? Okay.
Welcome back to Homebrew, Arcane Investigators. I was saying to the guys over the break that this doesn't exist as a thing, I don't think. At least I didn't Google search it beforehand, which I should have done. Obviously, mysteries exist. That's fine. But because we're streaming it and we're under time constraints and we're trying to get, get the entertainment in under the 2.5 hour mark, I think there's two changes I would make if you ever want to run something like this at home. If you're a DM, I wouldn't describe the crime scene until they reach it. I'd just go straight into like roll for initiative and then let that play out. And then at the end, describe what they find. And then 2, I think I'd make the collateral damage counter 3 instead of 5, just to cause more problems. The guys are on 2, by the way. You don't know the second one, but it happened. I kept track. You never know as a maverick when you step over the line too much. So
surely, for narrative purpose, we should know what it is, though.
No.
Okay.
It's definitely
you don't play by the book.
His interview with the newspaper, grabbing him aggressively.
Yeah, it was, and saying I know nothing. It was definitely that. Welcome back. We are still in the crime scene, but we'll only be here for a couple of dice rolls. So, is there anything you get the feeling that Brewdog leaped over the table at this sort of mystery you assume is Dusk. You assume that Dusk was here playing this game, and that these 2 other criminals were maybe fighting Brewdog, maybe not. It's hard to tell whose side they were really on in this battle. But with this skirmish between Dusk and Brewdog, and a goblin turning to baked goods, and a man casting seemingly a kind of frost cone of cold around the room, and then himself exploding in tiny little billions of minds blown. Trillions, actually. I'd say we'd probably have trillions of cells in us. Trillions of minds blown. Then, like some sort of scary aneurysm or something. I don't know. The type of thing that just gets you in one.
Just like an aneurysm. Jesus.
Keep it light. Yeah. You know?
It's a crime scene, guys. Keep it light. This is what I'm talking about when they said don't have breakfast. Although I suppose because there's a full baked goods section right here, it's not because it's too gruesome. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, it never gets easier. But what would you guys like to? Is there anything here that you guys would like to investigate, or even like take back, or like mark down as evidence before? What you're doing?
I would like to investigate Brewdog's body, and I want to try and stick with my initial technique of licking skin because it proved helpful before. I want to see if he tastes of like if I can get any salt. I want to see if he's like been swimming lately, because if we know that his ship sank recently, I want to know basically if he was in the water on any long swims trying to get away from it, or was he even maybe he hasn't been in the water in a while, maybe he wasn't on his ship.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Investigation. I keep forgetting my investigation's not actually good.
30 trillion cells in the human body. That's how many tiny minds just got blown when poor Adrian hit the hay.
I wonder if I can get a sense of what's going on with any one of his cells. 16.
16. Yeah, 60 is enough. He is a natural salt to him. Lifetime spent on the sea, but he has not been in the ocean anytime recently. That ship has sunk like a month or so ago. He must have been traveling on someone else's ship in the meantime. And maybe been about 10 days since last this man was near some sea air. He's definitely picked up some grime in the city.
Okay.
His tongue in the force.
Anything else you'd like to...
Yes, I'd like to file a complaint to HR about that comment.
Get in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of HR complaints to Cluedo.
Yeah. Especially since anytime he's asking a question, he's incredibly aggressive. Where's the bathroom? What time is Martha's bar? So I think I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through the pockets of each of the criminals that are currently here. See if there's any kind of.
Yeah, nice.
So
Find some drugs or whatever. Yeah, good thinking.
Yeah, coke. Like just to see if there's any kind of the reason what I'm looking for is reasoning for the meetup. Is there any kind of like items that or like things? I'm guessing that this game that they were playing, Settlers of Mousetrap, that they were like obviously maybe playing for something.
Yes, that's a good. Give me a investigation check with advantage. I think that's a good. I'll reward you for being smart, not just licking things. No judgment. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
If you got the impression that Green Spot is intelligent, that's entirely on your own observation skills.
Fair.
He didn't eat the chewing gum. That's important.
Yeah.
Which is I got a 10. That's the
10.
Like I am not getting. I've got 5 on investigation, and that's what I got.
I don't really know your guys' character sheets. Do you have anything like feats or skill? Like, is there anything spell-wise that could help, or like?
No. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So we don't have feats yet because we're 3rd level characters. Sorry, was this a perception or you were just was it investigation? You were checking their pockets?
Investigation, yeah. Just in case there's anything you can do to help each other out. Yeah. I don't know if any of your human variants. You might have had like a starter feat.
No.
One of you's a goat man.
A goat man, yes, I am a shifter. I can do something. Where is it? Oh no, racial traits. Oh, I thought I had something that could work with this. Oh yes, there we go. Bonus action, blah 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 blah. Oh no, that only affects me. Never mind. Apologies.
I have.
What was it? Just out of curiosity.
I can basically invoke my bestial. I can shift into my bestial nature, and the one I picked was Wild Hunt, which means I go a bit more animally. And when shifted, I have advantage on wisdom checks, and no creature within 30 feet of me can make an attack against me with advantage unless I'm incapacitated.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, they're all quite thematic, like predator and prey and all that kind of stuff. But I'm thinking just because he's a shifty goat, he'd be like, "Get the fuck away from me." Yes. But yeah, I thought the wisdom would help here, but no, it's just me, and also that's only for perception. Any spells?
I have Whisper of the Dead, but I would need to change or do a short rest or something.
How come? Did you use something already?
Yeah, I did Persuasion. So, Whisper of the Dead essentially allows me to take on the skill of a dead person to increase my own.
Oh! I knew I had something. I can help. No, that's perception as well. Shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well. Look, we'll go with the 10.
Yeah.
Always worth having a look. You never know. There could be something in there, especially because these are new characters. As a DM and as a player, I often find myself the last thing you want after a D&D session is to lie awake in bed or be standing in a shower or 3 months later be like, oh fuck, I could have done that. So I wanted to save you guys from that feeling. And I appreciate the audience bearing with us for over a little bit of roll stuff. It's unusual on this show, but I wanted to just spend some time on it. 10. If I know Dusk, and I think I do, I don't think they would have left anything here. That's anything would have been taken, whether they wanted it or not, or needed it or not. But with the 10, even though there's nothing necessarily in these guys' pockets, they seem to have been fleeced. No offense, Green Spot. I didn't mean that as a slide or anything. But that there was like some words, some parting words between Brewdog and whoever this person was. That it wasn't just like a kind of in for the kill, gone. It was like almost as if like information was sort of tortured out of them or like intimidated. Like it seemed to have bled out more than just being like a coup de grace.
Okay.
So whatever Dusk was here for, maybe they got it.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't know who had it originally. I don't know if Dusk has it, but there was something here that possibly he has. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We smash cut back to Commissioner's office. It's been a couple of days. and the case, no, it's not necessarily gone cold, but there hasn't been your daily dusk murders. And he pulls you in and goes, well, detectives, hope you're holding each other's hands and, BFFs forever at this point. Usually doesn't take too long, but I've got some bad news. Last night, we had a prison break. Pretty high profile. Suppose it would have been pertinent information, but it was kind of neat to know. One of the 5 pirate kings goes by the name of Troll Tunga. But here's the thing, he seemingly vanished without a trace. No forced entry, no sign of suspicious activity. Ultimately, we think it was Dusk's target. Look at this. Best news all week, huh? These pirate ships are now being spotted anchoring off Costa. Up northeast from here. It's a magic-free city. Arcane activity's been made illegal there for a few decades now, and means it's outside our jurisdiction, so we don't need to worry about it anymore. So good news. Bad news, I suppose, for Dusk, because we got that SOB this morning. Have them held up in the interrogation room, so go see what you can find out.
Oh, great. How hard was it to capture them? You don't think they tried to get caught after all this time?
Now that you say it, it seemed surprisingly easy. The person just walked in and said, "I'm Dusk. Arrest me."
Oh, okay. So we didn't catch him. He turned himself in.
Well, you set a trap, and the trap is sprung, right?
The trap being the police department?
Department in the prison. Yeah. That's where we trap the prisoners.
I want to roll an insight check to see if even the chief believes that he set a trap.
Now we play the waiting game.
Sooner or later, they all get too guilty and they hand themselves.
19. I got a 19 on the insight.
No, the chief is a little bit. He's kind of hoping you guys might find some stuff out, because he is a little bit like,
this is embarrassing for the police force.
Yeah, well, I mean, the media more will report it. It will be a scoop. It will be great because they're going to spin it. Drugs planted and seized. Certain amount of crime allowed to be getting away with, so therefore make more fucking arrests or whatever. I don't know. Cops are corrupt. I love the genre. I hate the real world fucking aspect of it. You know that the chief is a little bit suspicious. Okay. Target seems to have left the city. Dusk hands himself in. If he was Dusk, you get the feeling he was Dusk, he'd be up coasted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess we'll go interrogate.
What are you waiting for? You still here? And he started flicking through some files.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your time, Chief. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, we should go.
Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah, we'll leave.
Yeah. You make your way down to the interrogation room. Perfect setup. You don't even have to go in yet. You know that in one room there is, you see them kind of sit, magically sort of restrained against a table. You know there's a room beside it. Has a one-way mirror. However you want to approach this, it's up to you.
I think, yeah. Come here, kid. Come here, rookie. And he's gonna back him over to like the coffee machine.
Okay, you want to get a coffee? I can make you a coffee.
Listen, how do you want to go about this? I'm usually like really aggressive and kind of want to go straight in there and stuff like that. But how do you? I've become very Beetlejuice all of a sudden. How do you want to do this? Hey?
I think maybe I'll go in first, and then I'll say your name 3 times, and then you kick the door in and go all bad cop on him.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and just act like I summoned you, and I'll be like, oh no, he's the ghost that haunts this place. You're not supposed to summon him unless you're here to kill someone or something. I don't know. I'm not good at. I've never interrogated before.
I feel like you should take it's a very unorthodox. Very unorthodox.
You want me to learn on my feet?
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's Bloody Mary this guy.
Oh, okay. We shouldn't say her name 3 times either, but okay.
Also, don't forget don't say it in the mirror. That's the mirror that's in the room.
I can't really pick up reflections too good. No, anyways, so I don't have none mirrors. We should go ask him about them. I'll go first. I'll take point on this one.
Yeah, you open. It's a fairly plain room. The person seems to have their back to you. You see sort of dark, jet black hair, short cut, and they're in sort of your classic adventuring clothes. We don't need to go into details. You know what I mean.
Hi.
Cloak, shirt, trousers, breeches, boots. You know.
Clothes, you mean?
Yeah,
what did you? I don't know if I might have missed there. What race did you say it was?
You don't know. You can only see the back of their head. So you're ruling out Aarakocra, you're ruling out halfling, you're ruling out dwarf, tieflings. Definitely not tiefling or dragonborn. So
as I'm opening the door, I'll do that thing like when a parent's coming into their kid's room and like knock on the door as it's opening and be like,
"Hey, hi, Mr. and or Mrs. Dusk, I believe. Hello."
You gotta believe me. There's been some sort of mistake. I don't know. The only Dusk I know is the one that comes at the start of a day.
But yeah, you're thinking of Dawn.
Not Twilight.
No, we've got Dawn in a different cell. She's ready to squeal. But wait, didn't you come in and hang on? I'm gonna like try and turn him around. Is he sat in a chair facing away from the door?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around to the other side so I can actually look him in the eyes.
Didn't you turn yourself in?
Yeah, well, that's the funniest thing. I was just going about my morning, and next thing I know, I'm here.
Is he like shifting about? How trustworthy does he seem as he's saying that?
Well, he's a criminal. He's in chains. So how trustworthy? What are you telling? He's here against the guiltiest man in the world.
That's fair. Okay, that's a really good point.
Incite it?
No, I believe you. Yeah, I want to try and make an insight check, please.
Go for it.
I rolled. Ooh, my first decent roll of the night. I rolled an 18.
It does seem strange for someone to hand themselves in and then immediately be like, "You got the wrong
guy." Is he restrained in a way that's normal for prisoners here? Like, is he?
Yeah. It's just like it's kind of a magical kind of.
Doesn't seem excessive.
Barnacle, but I think I mean manacle.
Manacle?
Yeah.
Manacles?
I like barnacles though.
Yeah, he's wearing barnacles. There's two sticky barnacles.
No, got a puka shell necklace.
Yeah, he's got like they're not. It's not real physical chains. It's like magic. He's held with a kind of light magical weave of arcane energy.
How? Okay, so how did you get in here then? Because I was told you came in and confessed.
So someone keeps saying to me, but honestly, I was going about my morning, and then I met someone, and then again the next thing I know, I find my feet walking.
Whoa, hang on, slow down. I gotta write this down. So you were going somewhere and you met a person, and then you were here.
Yeah, but I didn't really see them. I kind of saw them. I just heard them whispering to me.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna have to give me some more specific details, or there's another detective who's playing on the other side of that door who just wants to shred your ass up. So I wouldn't really get him in here if you can help it. He's real strong.
I swear, I'm cooperating. I wish I could give you more details, but there I was, just like walking on my way. Sorry, don't I normally get like a counsel or and like he's starting to feel a little bit woozy. It's like I don't know where to work. I work just a local archery grounds.
I want to start checking, like, as if he's like a horse, like checking under his gums and like feeling his temperature and like under his jowls. I'm just trying to inspect, see if I can figure out why he's acting all sick, freaking out.
Yeah, give me a medicine check or Arcana, whatever you
I will go with medicine.
Nice.
13.
13. Basically a little cold to the touch, like clammy. Sweating, definitely. Thumbs Could be brushed more. But like, that's not a sign of being a criminal.
Well, not unless you're a dentist.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing physically wrong with this person aside from the sweats.
Oh yeah, you looks like you're rife with it. I think we gotta get a doctor in here. You're coming down with a serious case of guilt, my friend. Detective Doe, we got a guilty buddy in here.
Yeah. He's gonna kick the door open, but all you're gonna hear is just like a big thump on the door. He's not struggling to open the.
Why should get the nurse?
Oh, my knee!
It's also a pull.
Yeah.
He opens it. He comes like he opens the door. He like limps in like really aggressively up to the guy. He goes.
So he limps in really aggressively.
And he grabs the guy.
Yes,
he grabs the guy and he's just like, Why, who are you? You're just great.
My name's Crusher. I'm just a local archer.
That's a pretty innocent sounding name.
yeah, roll me an insight check.
16.
I want to start like acting real scared of Detective Doe to try and assist in like how intimidating he is right now.
Roll. Yes. So yeah, if we roll intimidation, you'll excuse me, do it with advantage. But for your insight, yeah. Crusher's probably his last name, but it's still his name. First name, Wesley.
No, we have one of those. No. Leslie Crusher.
Leslie Crusher. And yeah, he's probably like maybe he's not like maybe he's not an archer. Maybe he just stocks the quivers. He definitely works in the local like shooting range.
A detective like turns to Greasebot. Get me the interrogation scroll from the bag.
I'm gonna wink. Gotcha, and I'm gonna hand him the wand of magic missile.
No, the scroll. Not the.
No, I got you. Yes, then that's what I gave you, and no one is the wiser.
He like puts it in the holster, and he like walked over to the bag and gets the scroll of detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
He's before he uses the scroll. Oh, I can't. I guess I'd have to make Greenspot do it. I'm gonna hand the scroll to Greenspot, but then I obviously know how to like undo the magical manacles.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And then I'm going to put on the mundane manacles that I have in my pocket.
Okay.
And we need to make sure that there isn't some kind of magical thing.
I suppose it's not dispel magic. Yeah. But yeah, you never know. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I lock the mundane manacles onto him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, Greasebot, use the interrogation scroll. The scroll I gave you just there.
You didn't give me any. Oh, yeah, okay. Magic words. There are verbal and semantic components assembled. This magic is to be assembled. It is a first level divination ritual. Cast time is one action. Self and target is self. Okay. I feel it now. Yep, I got it. Okay. I'm detecting magic.
Yeah, the scroll, the words just sort of disappear on it as you read it out, and it's just a normal piece of paper. Other DMs out there burning up their scrolls, making them disappear. That's fucking wasteful. So do better. Give them a clean. Yeah, you could recycle this piece of paper. More spells could be written on this. So think about it next time you decide to describe something cool, like a spell burning up from the bottom, or like twisting in on itself and disappearing into infinity. No, the words fade over 5 seconds.
Wait, are you upset about fictional environmentalism or being people actually describing situations?
It's both. You know me.
Yeah, it sounds more like they're having to describe something.
Yeah,
I just hate
so good. I
just hate prose. I mean, waste.
Stop being so Matt Mercer.
How dare you describe things good? So then I have to describe things good too.
In this world, all the words are disappearing. Are you happy now? No more words for anyone.
The index has been affected again.
Yeah, you pick up. There's a lingering magic in this room. There's a little lingering conjuration magic that's kind of connected to the table. You know what that is. That was the barnacles. And there's a little bit of enchantment magic coming off this guy here.
Partner, he's enchanted. He's an enchanted man. We should unenchant him.
He is enchanting. I mean, yeah. Can you focus more? I don't. Can you focus more and kind of, or use? Can you try to figure out what the spell is with her? You're a magic caster, right?
Yes, absolutely. I certainly am. I don't know how though.
Advantage Arcana.
Ooh.
Because you know the school, so it'll be easier to.
Ooh, it's a good first roll. And is that a crit? No, it's not. 18.
18. Yeah, this is just a straight up good old fashioned suggestion. This man was suggested to come in here, turn himself in his dusk.
He has been suggested to with the spell suggestion. I don't know what else I don't know how else I can further that.
So where was the last place that you remember? What was the last place you remember?
It was not too far from here, maybe like 3 blocks over. Do you know March Archers?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like just down the street from March's on maybe 3rd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, partner, we gotta go there. We're gonna go there and investigate the scene. See if we can find anything.
Do we just leave this guy here if we can prove that he? Can we prove that he's not the same guy? Do you have any ID on you, buddy?
Well, if he's got quiet, you.
That's criminal.
Oh, God.
We'll leave him here just in case he's lying or have put suggestion on himself or something. But we're gonna go to the scene and check it out just in case to collaborate his story.
Corroborate, but we're getting
damn
closer
it.
to these words.
Yeah.
Shut up, sober boy.
The magical power of hydration and snootiness.
And good elocution lessons when you were a child, I suppose. We had to learn how to speak on the streets.
And apothecaries.
These, them, and those. These are the conjugate them's words. This is what the mean streets of Wicklow and Ireland sound like.
Yeah, we're gonna leave him here. Like,
yeah,
we can't fully prove that he's not lying to us. Not until we have a look at and collaborate his story. And
yes,
then,
we'll work together on it.
He looks at Green Spot and he's just like, "I dare you to correct me."
He looks over and is like, "That sounds right to me." It's a corroborative effort. Let's go.
Yeah, as you're walking through the office building. Oh, Green Spot, my office now.
We just had a break in the case, Chief. Are you sure?
But that's exactly why you should be in my. Because I want to hear about the break in the. I want to know what you learned from that guy.
I'm still used to working in a precinct. I apologize.
Skitter into his office.
So, we got Dusk, right?
So it turns out no is the problem. Or maybe not. Allegedly not. Or we don't know if he's definitely innocent. He was magically convinced to be here, and we're gonna try and figure out who did that, because that's probably more likely to be your guy.
Dag that H Christ. So,
But we got a lead on where we should be looking, so we're gonna go there.
Bye.
So, we don't need to. We got him. We're done. Case
We got
closed.
a guy, not the guy.
What difference does it make? He said he's Dusk. Turned himself in. He's Dusk. Case closed.
But now he's saying he's not Dusk. He said it under duress, which is.
Well, he said under duress he's not dusk, but over duress. He said he was dusk. That's how that phrase works, right?
Yeah, you got it.
No.
Nice.
Chief, are you just? It sounds like you're just looking for a escape human.
Great roleplay.
Well,
Why is everyone looking at me? That's why you say that word.
One human's just as good as another, right? Said he was dusk is dusk.
Whoa.
First, he's not a. He's not,
What race is the cat? Is the chief actually?
He's
the chief is enough. He's a snooty fucking racist stuff.
There is some other. There is that he's innocent. He's possibly innocent. He came in here and chanted under suggestion. It's very clear.
Which he could have cast on himself through a mirror or something, right?
What?
Like, if I was a criminal, I'd suggest to myself that I go confess, and then when I'm on trial, I'd be like, well, I would suggest magic stopped me from keeping myself safe.
If I were a criminal, I would just not confess and keep being free.
All I know is his target's halfway across Hibernia, and we have him. So case closed. I want to report on it tomorrow morning. You're off the case, all right?
We're off the case?
Well, until you need to do the reporting. I mean, you got to do some. There's a couple of pencils out there that need pushing. So write it up. Get it on my desk because I have more stuff for you.
This doesn't sound like the case is closed, Chief.
I think
we caught the guy. Case closed.
I think Clue's just gonna he's just gonna kind of go, oh, okay, Chief, and just kind of pull like Green Spot out of the room, just kind of give him a thumbs up kind of thing, and he's just like, yeah, got it, Chief, yeah.
Man, being a cop is easy.
And then he closes the door, and he's just like, Green Spot, we're going to go to, like, just forget what the captain said, Chief, Commissioner, whatever the fuck he is anymore.
Arsehole is another.
We're gonna go to that place and check it out. We're gonna find out who like.
Okay, yeah. Innocent. Okay, so we can give him our paperwork to do while we're gone then.
Because we got guy in the cell.
Yeah, because we gotta go to follow up his lead, but we still gotta do the paperwork. I figure the least he can do is our paperwork.
Oh, I've never thought of that, actually. That's actually like, just have the criminals to do all the paperwork. This is the punishment already fits the crimes.
We're rebuilding this system from the ground up.
Yeah, he piles all the paperwork up and just runs the cell. He just opens the door and he's just like, "Do our paperwork, we find you innocent." And then closes the door and runs off.
Nice. And the guy's like, "How am I? Oh shit!" And like picks up a pen with his mouth and he's like, "Go, here we go."
He writes better than me.
You run off down towards 3rd
Street
and the intersection.
It's the intersection between 3rd and intersection.
And that one ring spiral road that intersects everything in life. Yeah, you make up yourself down the corner of 3rd. There's nothing. It's a typical day in Hibernia. A couple of Eldritch blast shots happen 2 streets over.
I guess we ask around if anyone's seen anything suspicious, or wait, yeah. we should investigate this area, see if we can spot any clues.
Yeah, and yeah, I do think is there any shops kind of, or kind of like, yeah, is there any shops close to kind of the Archer place? Yeah,
of course. There are grocers.
Or we could just go into the Archer place.
Butchers. Give me an investigation check. You can do it with advantage. 2 of you are doing it, or whoever has the higher investigation.
Yeah, that'd be you.
I got 25.
Yeah, 25. Nice. Yeah.
Got it.
So it wasn't necessarily at the. It was a crit. Fuck, that's even better. It wasn't necessarily at the Archer's place that this guy got sort of waylaid. But a couple of streets over. And as you're investigating around, yeah, there's a grocer's, there's a butcher's, there's a nice little like coffee shop, like a couple of typical stuff, adventuring gear. Not a lot of happens in this city. There's a bank or two, kind of representations of the giant bank in Dunmore itself.
Mm-hmm.
But down an alley, with a little kind of fire exit kind of thing and a couple of dustbins, a glint of something catches your eye. And you walk down, and as you pass a certain point, you feel something magical just happen just over your left shoulder. You turn and you see sort of illusory script, a script for losers, an illusory, illusory,
an illusion.
Yeah, but illusory script, I think, is a particular thing.
Okay.
But you see that illusory,
yeah. What a weird, Anyway,
illusory
script. You really got to hit the P in script. You see illusory script on the wall. And it says, it's quite small, it looks like graffiti almost. And it says, if the cat isn't ready to give up the chase, meet at the drop. Follow the birdie.
What does it say, partner?
Right. So follow the birdie. We need to follow a bird, I guess. Maybe look around for I don't know, some kind of I guess sign or something like that, or maybe.
I mean, are there any birds nearby, nests or
not
flying
real
birds?
Yeah, there's a Kenku across the street. He seems to be walking briskly.
I'm going to tail him from a safe distance.
Detective Doe?
I guess. I'm going to quickly look around to see if there's any kind of marks like a bird around, like graffiti or something like that, pointing to something, and then follow the bird man.
Yeah, you do a little check, and we sort of go into detective mode again, and you see a kind of puddle on the ground, and then you see these sort of like bird-like feet prints go like wet across the road. You look up and you think, well, there might have been a man in a trilby reading a newspaper here a second ago, but the moment he saw you, he packed that newspaper under his thing and he started briskly walking down the street.
Okay, yeah, I guess, I'm going to follow the rookie then.
Yeah. You follow him all the way to a bar called The Drop. And he walks into a booth, and it's a pretty big booth. It's made for humans, not Kenkus, and he has to kind of hop himself up. He does a little flap to get himself up there. And he sidles in. Looks at you both with his beady, shifty bird eyes.
I don't want to walk into line of sight with him. I kind of want to act as if I've turned just when I saw where he was going. I want to turn to as if I'm going just keep walking past the bar as if I was walking that way anyway.
Nice. There's an empty booth behind him too.
I want to settle into that booth, but I want to be out of his eye line. So if there's a headrest, I want to get down below the headrest so he can't see me.
Yeah, there's two little tiny horns just.
Yeah, but I want to keep shrinking, and then I'm going to turn into a mouse.
Okay.
I'm going to use my wild shape ability, which I have because I'm a Durid.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I'm going to just down into a mouse and I want to scurry into somewhere that's kind of out of immediate view of people, but I can get close enough that I can eavesdrop on any conversations he's going to have.
Yeah, the door opens and he's like, "Hey, Jerry, don't worry about it. Just a rudimentary health inspection. You always pass these things. Just got to check for rodents." And you see the health inspector walk in.
I hide deeper into one of the holes.
Don't worry, Jerry. You always pass these things. As he takes out a device and it starts going. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Just a device. A device.
Yeah.
Is it a plot device, Benjamin? Is that what it is?
I think.
No, it's called a stake. It's called raising the stakes.
Cluedo is gonna walk in and not know what's going on, so he's just gonna look at the
Yeah.
Oh, take a seat. This place is clean as all hell.
I'll make a break first and scurry down the I don't know, hugging the wall so I don't run into the middle of the room. And I'm gonna look for another.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh wait, do I have? I doubt I have better stats as a mouse, but I have to take my mouse 5e because I can't use my regular stats for that. My stealth is going to be plus +1, which is not good. So I will roll 4 stealth, which is the requirement you asked of me, Benjamin. My stealth roll is 8.
Normally I'd say it's a glitch in the system, but this thing's got a manufacturer's guarantee, so I'm going to do another 360 on the place just in case. But this time I'm going to go the other way. Detective Doe, what would you like to do?
I guess he looks around to see if he can find the. He's gonna like stealthily look around for the Cancun and see if he can spot him.
Yeah, you see him in a booth. He's just sitting up there, kind of just sitting in a booth. He has his little trophy on.
I think he's gonna. Nope. You gotta play to form. Cluedo would definitely go over and interrogate him.
Yeah, I've distracted the exterminator, so you're free to interrogate.
Of course, yeah. He's just gonna walk up and just sit on the booth. He's gonna sit beside him, so he can't get out of the booth.
Yeah, oh, nice.
And just be like, "What are you doing here?"
And looking forward, it's a male Kenku, but the voice that comes out of them isn't. It's sort of a softer, a little bit that word. I was about to say hoity-toity, but that's not what I meant. Anyway,
shrill.
I'll just do the voice. That could be the way to describe the voice that happens. Your target had to leave the city. I have to.
My target has had to leave the city, and you have to too.
Your target had to leave the city. I have to.
A point of order. I don't think we've met a Kenku in Hibernia yet. Do they follow standard D&D rules for talking?
All except one you have met, Dustin the Kenku.
Who did not talk in standard.
He was the Meowth of Kenkus.
Okay. So but as a standard, they can only mimic. It's only mimicry, right?
Yeah, give or take. I think. I don't think we've broken that rule yet.
No, I think so. But as a like, if the audience isn't aware that Kenkus talk like that, they mimic.
Yeah, I didn't know we were following that rule as well.
Yeah,
that would have affected the interrogation a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell me everything you know. Tell me everything you know.
Yeah.
Where's the girl? Where's the girl?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Give me another stealth check, Detective Green Spot.
Detective Pikachu.
As this guy repeats, your target has had to leave the city. I have 2. If you follow, you'll find only death.
It's 3 on stealth.
Ooh. Jerry, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think you got rodents. As this little device that's just sort of like 2 prongs goes into like an electric trident. Don't worry, Jerry. If it's just the one, I'll still give you the health pass. As he's getting in closer to you, looking around. Is this giant electrical fork is trying to give me a dexterity saving throw, actually.
Oh dear. Okay. Where's dexterity? Because I have to just add my my mouse stats to this.
It would really be horrible if Cluedo's next case is his missing partner.
That's a 17 for dex save.
17. Yeah. You managed to get out of the way. You don't take any damage from that, not even half. But even the kind of electrical blue light, he's still just trying to chase you around the place.
I run up his trouser leg.
Oh, okay, nice. Guaranteed there's a mouse here, that's for sure. Detective Doe, you're in the middle of your interrogation as this health inspector seems to be going, what? Confirmed rodents.
Yeah, I don't see this thing. I don't think Cluedo would know too much about the Cancun kind of. I don't think he's come across too many of them. But I think he may have heard of the fact that they do just repeat.
Yes, yeah.
So I guess he'll try. Can I write to them? I guess I'll try write. Or like I'll write in common and just be like, who did you meet here?
Oh,
and then
nice.
show it to the Cancun.
Give me a persuasion check, and Detective Mouse, give me a Basil, great mouse detective over here. Give me an attack, whatever. I don't know if you're attacking or not, but give me tell me what you're doing.
No, I'm just scurrying around. I'm definitely not attacking because my strength is -5 as a mace. I'm just trying to. I don't know what I'm doing. Just causing hijinks, just scurrying around this guy's trouser leg as long as I can.
Yeah. You know what? Roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, because what you didn't expect to find up there was a fucking
big old penis.
Yeah, it's you versus the hog.
I got another crit. I got 23.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Kanker takes the pen out and writes down, I was paid not to give up my sources, but I can deliver the rest of their message if you'd like.
I'm going to show my badge as a kind of intimidation thing.
Okay.
I don't think he knows.
Intimidation roll.
I haven't said I haven't said I'm a cop or anything like that. I'm literally just like, who are you here to meet?
Yeah.
Just like, I am a cop.
Yeah. Give me intimidation. And what was the initiative?
I got 11.
18 for me.
18. Did I roll? I did roll a dice. I don't think I did one. It was only 12. So you go first. You versus a fucking purple worm.
Do I get anything added to that by showing the?
Yeah. He goes. He writes down. I know you're detectives. I was told to meet you here. You two might be the only good detectives left in the city.
In the background, squeeze.
Interested in learning the truth? Question mark.
Included nods. When he's looking, the way he's like looks over and it's just like, why is that man just running around?
The Kanku says, the answer you seek is to the north, though it's not to the question you ask. When you're ready to fly, touch the birdie. I was about to say Arlington, but that's not you. Detective Mouse, what would you like to do? You've got the first.
Can I? Do I? Oh no, I can't understand this because it's being written down. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, no, you did hear the answer you seek is to the north. That's not to the question you ask. When you're ready to fly, touch the birdie.
Oh, he verbally said this. He's right. Okay,
yes, yeah, that was in the voice of whoever was talking to him.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
I think Cluedo's going to start looking around to see if he can find green spot.
I'm going to run out the trouser leg and I'm just going to climb up onto the seat opposite the Kenku and revert my wild shape. Just like completely out of breath, but trying to like act like I've been there the whole time. Like,
holy shit balls.
Detective, apologies for my absence. I was inconvenienced with a prior case. I see things are going well here. I throw up a little. I'm so sorry. I'm very out of shape.
Where were you, Rookie?
Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you were just in my...
No, there's no mice here.
Could I ask you a couple of questions? Sorry, and he flashes back. Health inspector, so pretty serious.
He like just scrapes like chalk, like your nails down a chalkboard, like his own badge that's in front of him, and then puts the wand on the table and he's just like, bugger off.
I'm gonna open my coat and show the wand in my holster as well.
But you're in my jurisdiction, so I think I have. You're in a restaurant/tavern, and I'm the health inspector. Unless there's a crime scene here, I think I'd take precedent.
You're a civilian in our town of our like police district.
Yeah, what you said is demonstrably false.
yeah.
He begins to move his hands in a what I could only describe as a level 9 paladin cleansing sort of motion.
I draw my wand and blast a magic missile at him.
Okay, yeah, grand.
He's gonna, immediately.
If that's a reaction, he's gonna cast first, because he's getting the jump on you.
Would we not? I mean, I can see him. Was that not an initiative roll? It's not a surprise.
Yeah, let's roll initiative.
I automatically cannot be. I don't think I can be ambushed. I get advantage on.
Then let's give me an initiative.
Cool. I have a dagger of warning.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 21, a dirty 21.
Nice.
The magic item warns you of danger while the weapon is on your person. You have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised except for when incapacitated.
Nice.
What's your initiative?
I got another crit.
Nice.
So 22.
22. So you go first, Detective Doe.
Cool.
While we're sorting this, Isaac in our Discord is entered a Kenku and a Trilby sitting in a bar booth realistic in an AI generator, and there are some fantastic images coming out. I would recommend checking them out after the show.
Oh, that'd be cool. I think, I don't know how sneak attacks work in. Obviously, I need to blind him or something.
No, if they're engaged with another one of your allies,
yeah. That's only swashbuckler, I think, though.
No, if you're alone and engaged with them, you're swashbuckler.
Oh, is that it?
If it's only you engaged, you get sneak attack as a swashbuckler. If your allies engaged, then you get sneak attack.
Oh, I thought it was just you had to have advantage. Oh, interesting.
Advantage or an ally within 5 feet.
Okay. Cool. I've never played a rogue.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to try to sneak attack him.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Cool. Let's go. I've never played a rogue before. I've never played another thing other than no. Let's see. Actions. Going to. Here's my attack roll.
I mean, we got a clue that he was going to cast a 9th level spell. I don't think there's going to be a very long fight.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know how to roll for an attack.
Just roll a d20 and let me know what comes up on the dice first.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Because if it's low enough, then whatever you add won't make a difference.
Yeah, well, I got a 1.
Yeah, there you go. And what are you attacking with?
Dagger of warning.
Dagger of warning.
I actually have dual wielding, so I'd be also attacking with dagger +1.
2 daggers.
Yeah.
Well, one of them, he manages to move. It's like you are striking through, but he just moves to the side. And with his somatic, as he's casting a spell, he uses one of his movements aggressively to, boom, pop your wrist and knock the dagger out of your hand, getting it across the floor. Okay. That's your action. Bonus action and movement.
I think I can. Look. Used to the. I guess, yeah, my bonus action, I'll attack with the other dagger, which I got a 17.
17 just misses.
Okay.
Again, you do manage to strike through, but this time it just sort of skids against him, and there's that kind of spark of metal against metal, as he seems to be wearing some sort of breastplate underneath his normal vector clothes.
Okay.
Detective Greenspot.
Is he wearing plate armor to exterminate mice?
No, he's wearing a breastplate.
Made of plate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've drawn my my wand and I'm casting my magic missile on him.
Nice. He reaction shields.
Okay. What does that just completely nullify it? That just boosts his AC, right?
Magic missile doesn't get through shield. It's one of the nice. It's usually an AC thing, but it's a delightful addition to shield.
Wait, is it just it increases your AC and magic missile doesn't work?
And magic missile is a.
Is it a force magic?
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little addition to it because it's an arcane thing. You seen it there?
Yeah. Cool. And that was my action. Is that how many charges were on this wand? Does it still hum with magical energy?
Yeah. You got like 6 charges on it.
Okay. Shit.
I feel like Broadmike's gonna be very annoyed with us using up all this tools.
Hey, this punk started it. I'm in melee range with this guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get away from it. I'm gonna clap my hand on the Kenku's shoulder. Does anything happen?
Yes. Detective Doe. You see Detective Greenspot clap a hand on the Kenku's shoulder. You have a reaction. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Kenku as well.
Nice. A blinding white light fills your vision as a sort of powerful arcane purification spell. You don't think it would have necessarily done any damage, but it might have held you in place or cleansed you in some way. It's hard to even tell. It's not really, you don't really know. It's sort of like if you could purify a space and remove just sort of bad vibes, this might have just disintegrated it.
I could have no longer been cursed to always be 3 days from retirement. Damn it!
Yeah, that actually it would have lifted the curse. Because as any adventurer knows, you just see this fucking size of the rats in some people's basements. Of course, he's fucking plate armor. He's forever going into basements, fighting fucking giant spiders, giant rats, giant fucking everything. Health inspectors in a fantasy world, they're fucking tough. They'd want to be. Have you been in the basement of a tavern? Don't go there. A crumbled city gate. Cold air feels brisk against your skin. You see plumes of smoke in the distance. The glow of fires.
Hold up 2 seconds. My connection dropped there for a second, so we're back. But I think I just want to make sure we're still live.
Yes.
I think we're okay. No, we're good. We're good. Sorry, continue.
Nice. I'll take it from the top, just for anyone who wants to catch up. But you find yourselves at the entrance, or just behind, inside a city wall of crumbled city gate. You feel cold air brisk against your skin. Plumes of smoke are rising into the sky in the distance, and the glow of fire seems to light up the clouds above from hills. You are in a city almost as big as Dunmore, but you know you're not in your hometown because the Grace Labs are replaced with seemingly lush trees, waterfalls, all along a sloping cityscape. You look to your left and you see a body hanging out a shop window, limp. You see 3 people slumped over a horse post outside of a tavern. As you take the scene in, you see more and more death and destruction around you. Whatever happened here, it was sudden. It got the city unaware and was savage. And you see a handful of dead are in uniforms that you recognize. You don't get a lot of them in Dunmore, but you do know they exist outside the walls of your city. They're in dark forest green cloaks, earthy leathers. There are Fianna soldiers strewn dead everywhere. And that's when it hits you. You're in Bahaglen. The stronghold of the Fianna. And if there's this many dead around you, something terrible must have happened here. And a elven woman, sort of copper skin and brown hair, loosely tied up in braids, wearing dark green, simple hunting attire, and wearing a carved wooden hairband, steps out. You recognize her voice from the Kenku. And she says, I knew you wouldn't believe me until you saw it yourselves. I need you to return to Dunmore and tell the city what happened here. And warn the others that worse is yet to come. You might remember a voice broadcast around the world just a few days ago, and I beseech you, do not trust it. Gather your forces, bring them to the kingdom of Osiri, because in a week, we need to fight for our lives. And with that, Abby de Vauclair pulls her cloak around herself and disappears into the shadows, heading further up the hill, and we end our session. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Boy, I really hope he's finished that paperwork.
It's gonna be awful. I was gonna say that, you know, the what is it, crime scene investigator thing where it goes.
Oh yeah. I was trying to think which is like the CSI that ends on the freeze frame, but you want the won't get fooled again.
Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for playing Arcane Investigators. Something we kind of made up as we went along. What I like about, sometimes rules are fun, sometimes just fucking winging it is also fun. And you've helped me flesh out doing more a little bit. Fans, audiences, watchers, followers of the show, we might be returning there sooner than you think. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But we will be back in 2 weeks' time to go back to Huxpunks, back to the Huxpunks proper. This is just a little interlude into what's happening elsewhere around the world. And eagle-eyed punks out there watching. Yeah, if only Huxpunks made it to Baja Glen. Only they fucking... Oh well.
Never gonna let that go.
Oh well.
If only we'd used the maps that our DM had made.
If only. Oh well. City burns to the ground. Yeah.
All roads lead to Baja Glen.
Not anymore.
It turns out that not anymore though. Oh well. It was a shithole.
Yeah, fictional city, fictional NPCs. They don't mean anything.
Terrible place. That they eat babies in Baja Glen.
But only because they're delicious.
Only because they're delicious.
They are.
They call it Baby Glen. No.
Baby.
Ooh, gotta get those Baby Glen buckets.
Get
a family meal of Baby Glen buckets.
I was actually thinking of a cribble that you could make, which is like the Demon Barber of Baker Street.
Okay.
You could make him of the goblin who's been made into bakery goods.
That's a delightful twist of irony. I'm definitely going to give him that name because we didn't have a name for that goblin. Demon.
Oh, we didn't have a name.
No, we never named the goblin.
No, I was saying a criminal who does that to people.
Oh.
Did you know?
He's accidentally been unearthed because they accidentally knocked over one of the potions. It wasn't, his victim.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It's his own tools used against him. Anyway, I digress. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you've had fun, do let us know. Join us in our Discord. And you'll see maps to Baja Glen. They're lovely. You'll see other stuff that we share. You'll get to chat to everyone who chats in live chat. They're all wonderful over there. If you liked kind of fucking around with the system a little bit like this, the idea that encounters become like detectives figuring out a crime, come on over. I'm still working it out. So chime in if you want, and maybe we'll play a game together. That'll be fun. But we will be back proper on October 25th. I think it's the 25th. It's whatever Tuesday is in 2 weeks from now. And there'll be a Dakota Irish dice giveaway during Huck's game show. We're very much looking forward to it. We have a couple of things up our sleeves for you. And then we'll be rolling into our streams closing out the year. We'll take our usual kind of Christmas break in a while. So there's still a couple of shows left before we reach 2023. Oh my God, makes me feel old saying that. But join us for them all because we'll have a lot of fun. If you like this, do like, subscribe, do all those things. Thank you very much. I know you're already doing it. I know the overlay is already over here. I know there's already suggested videos. I know there's already subscribe buttons. I know it's all here. So we will see you in 2 weeks. Until then, look after yourselves, be sound. Good night, and joy be with you all.
Bye. You will have to hear this voice for a while.
Now it's integral to saving Hibernia.
Yeah.
These two have to gather the forces.
Oh boy.